It's another wonderful day in the neighborhood. Crisco. If you remember this before, what did it look like? It looked like crap. Look at it now. Looks wonderful. Sulfuric acid in water, soaked in a bucket. It'll get messy. I didn't actually use that bucket. This bucket had baking soda and water in it, because you want to neutralize the acid after you're done. This is what I used to wipe the Crisco all over it. This is what I put the acid in, because it's disposable. You know, that way if any toxic chemicals develop, you can just chuck it. Which they don't. I mean, it's all neutralized by the baking soda anyway, but who wants to put that in a drinking glass? I don't. Alright. Got a good 10 hours of sleep today, so I didn't have that much pain waking up. It's a pretty good day. Alright. As you can see, the rust is gone. This thing was attacked by the stupidity of someone who doesn't understand that things rust when you put them outside. And it should stay. It shouldn't rust, because you know it's covered in Crisco now. So the white stuff is. You can periodically put coats of Crisco on it, and it will keep it from rusting. The same thing it does to your... Oh, look at that. Just watching what I'm doing. Looks like somebody tried to eat you. Your tail broke off. Hello. He's looking for a nice munchy meal or bug. Oh, look, he's about to jump. Leaping lizards. Anyway, this is decaf, by the way. I do not drink caffeinated. Learned my lesson on caffeination. This shit will kill you. You know, I was turning the channels today and I was listening to some lady who was basically given paid time on the radio to blibber blabber about the founding fathers and this and that. And she was ranting about, and she's the one who brought it up, every time they want to attack this country, they attack the founding fathers and the things that they set forth. And the multiculturalism she was going on. Well, first of all, she took two things and added them together, right? Two things. Multiculturalism and founding fathers. So let's rewind and go back to the truth. They were men, just like anybody else. They sharted. They pooped their pants. They had diarrhea. They got sick. They coughed. These were men. These were not superheroes. They also had a lot of vices. They loved pot. They loved their liquor. And they loved to party. Oh, how they loved parties. If you don't believe me, just look it up. They also had plenty of slaves. They loved slavery. It was their favorite thing. Why would they write a declaration where every man was free? It doesn't make any sense, because what our founding forefathers did was they saw what reality was today, and they wrote something how they wanted to see the future. So it was their dream to see the future change. They wanted the future to change. And this is what their proclamations were, to try to change the way that it should have been. Not who they were, because they were deplorable people. They may have done some good things, but if you took their life today, they would, most all of them would be in prison for murder and rape and all kinds of stuff. I mean, by today's standards, they would have all been criminals. Like, in many degrees. Nobody wants to say that, though. You know, because that flies in the face of reality of what's taught, which is that they're all superheroes flying in the sky. And they just decided to touch down and grace us with their opportunity. But the truth is, the founding fathers had many illegitimate children. And, you know, The problem you have today is that many of those children are of many different nationalities. There are many colors. You can have Thomas Jefferson's children, which he's always cited as the one that was very racially separated. He has black and white children. And just like all the other founding fathers do too. You know, they had a good time with their slaves. So those are little facts that they don't really want to tell you in school. They don't print that. It's the stuff they don't but it's the truth. There are a lot of heated fights today for estate rights over that. And genetic tests have already proved exactly what I'm saying. But this is the thing of beauty, isn't it? Every tool I've ever bought is just shit turned to rust. This thing looks like it's brand new. I probably should put a coat of oil on it too, just to make sure, let it soak in. But yeah, that's all you need. It's just some drain cleaner. Soak it overnight, because most of drain cleaner today is super, super weak. It's very weak. And use gloves. Do not touch the stuff with your hands. And wear eye protection. Always wear glasses of some kind. Just don't risk it. It's stupid. Because all it takes is one splash, and whoops, you've lost an eye. Wow, so much to do. So little time. Okay. But yeah, the lady was blibbering and blabbering about founding fathers and principles set forth. And, well, I agree about culturalism, but, you know, it's the culturalism of, how do you put it? You either have a multicultural society that just recognizes that, or you have a bunch of multicultural people that grow up in a certain type of society, and they're all the same, which is the way America is. You have people from all different nationalities that grew up in this country. They all talk the same. They all hang low, bro. You know, they all do the same signs when they're surfing. Everybody's the same. They all think the same. They all mostly are the same. And they all make the same mistakes. The vast majority of them. So, I don't see what you're complaining about culture. I mean, culture is, it's what your kids grow up in. It's not the stupid bullshit that you see on TV, that's for sure. I mean, sometimes they're there to try to help and make things better, but it always ends up making it worse. At least that's my opinion. Not that I care. Oh, look at that. A huge clover. It's like, I'm a giant clover. It's not easy being green. Ah! That's what clovers always say. They always say it's not easy being green. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this up, and I gotta go to the store while I still have energy and I feel good, and get a bunch of crap, because I gotta dig a 3-foot hole in the ground. That's gonna kick my ass, but I'm gonna do it just because there's no one else to do it. Just like being my own parent, there's no one else to do it, so I did it.